It's Madden NFL 23, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night primetime.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, 36 yards. And the Ravens need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That 1-2 end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Touchdown pass gets him 6. Very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in.
Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot.
Oh, that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Here we go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays.
Real quick, ready?
The drive will start with an option going left.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman on a touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Worry about your hands there. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 20! A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he bats.
The kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
They go play action now. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. Again, it's Mixon. And this time he's not, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Burrow. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And
this is placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now Jackson. And he takes a shot.
Ending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up.
Command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off by a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touch. Take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Burrow throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Give him some of the loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will be a 2-touchdown game.
Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, around the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, You should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson. Keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And leading down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was capped on Jackson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the... The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did.
Welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that throw
Took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing doing. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will. Here we go. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mixing up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of...
Here we go. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
On 2.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know should you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up, but this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through. Touchdown, they drew that play up to score. It scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bengals set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown.
Step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll get this up drive, and it's a quick first down. Again, it's Mixon. And nothing much material. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here to start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. Second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone.
The reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he has the football. Great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns. He's got him in the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know the turnovers, you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every area.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And some room to run now. It still won't go down. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. With Sean Bateman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to perhaps up, and he did just that. Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you know, this is their chance to put the stats, and they got their right. They try to get every single spot in the depth chart. This game is over. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, we said it at unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very keen the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. From the 31, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And what a first down pickup of 8. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And Higgins there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. As we get your reset, they face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A defensive
Underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back, they can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the field.
And that is caught. Utility right now, still down big. And oh, it's blocked. And now the Ravens taking it right down Broadway. The 40, the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often, maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles. 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Eluding the pressure right. This is in
all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And on it.
You see that?
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with left. They're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was a little while ago as they just Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of they just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on. Remember, through the game plan actually worked. Personnel, they were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.